I'm feeling this. Beats with Junie, breaking down this episode cold. You never know what it may lead to. Amping beats, then they unfold.
What's happening, y'all? Back at it again. Beats with Junie. Today I'm going to cover something dealing with my music. This is how I make my original music for Beats with Junie on YouTube. So I have a list of things I'm going to go through, and bear with me as I go through them, check them out. This is actually how I go about, making music or original music for my YouTube on Beats with Junie. First, I'll open an instance of Studio One. And there it be, Studio One, y'all. Okay, then I'll decide on a title. I have a list of titles that I go through and choose them just depending on my mood, nothing in particular. Just, go on with the flow. And then I'll choose a tempo. No big deal. From there, I work on the drum beat and how many bars it'll be. So I'll usually start with my Native Instruments machine and then figure out, what the tempo and the beat's going to be. All that finally comes together. Then the next thing I'll work on. Next, I usually do the bass line and or the melody. I like doing the bass line sometimes because it just gives me that connection with the drums. And then other times, I'll just come up with a melody, if I hear maybe some vocals in my head or what mood I'm in. Okay? Let's see. After that, I'll usually go through different instruments, depending on, once again, what I'm going for, and of course, the instruments I'll go through with my Key 61 or my FAO6 or the sounds that are already in my Studio One, which is a plethora of sounds, so I can just go to include arcade. I like my arcade. It's pretty slick. Then it's time to choose whether the first beat is an intro or a hook. As you all know, I'm a hook guy, so it's funny because I'll start out with the hook and I'll be like, nah, let me change that to the intro, or vice versa. So, if I'm being honest, I usually start with the hook and I usually make that my intro because I know it's pretty tight, so I'll just run with it and then come back out of it, out of the intro into the hook, and then I'll start my hook and run from there. Once I decide, that leads me to the structure of the song, whether it's going to be intro, hook, verse. Sometimes I'll throw a bridge in there. I like bridges because it just transforms the song to something else and then brings you right back into it. That's why I like the bridges. It just, it strikes a different mood and it can put you in a different place and just bring you back in. I like my bridges also. Now it's time to decide on the instruments and the song flow. So, I had picked some, I probably picked some instruments earlier, and then, that song flow has to do with, the bridge, the hooks, the intro, the verse. It just depends. It's like, and that's the cool thing about music. You can make it whatever you want and however you want to do it, just so that people can, get brought into it, go along for the ride, and hopefully enjoy it, Then I piece together the song, the intro, the hook, the verse. I'll put all that together, and after I do that, and it's all sort of, the way I want it, I'll do a small, mix, just a small mix, nothing serious, for it to go on my timeline or whatever I'm using at the time, to create the video. It just depends on, how I feel, the flow. It's just, like I said, the cool thing about it is, the music is yours. You can take it wherever you want to take it. You can make it feel however you think you want it to feel, and hope that people come along for the ride and enjoy it. Like I said, I'll do a small mix, and nothing serious, just something for you to get the mids right, just so it can pop behind the scenes of the video, because it's gonna be behind my voice and what I'm saying, like right now. So that is pretty much the flow, and how I do my original music on Beats with Junie for my YouTube channel. Once again, I always say, I try not to make it too complicated. I just break it down, make it simple, make it work, make it fit, make it feel right, and just do it. Please like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. I want to thank y'all for y'all support. Once again, my little channel is growing, the numbers are going up. Thank y'all so much. I do appreciate it. Peace, y'all. Until next time, Junie out.